My fellow enthusiasts, I've done this community a great disservice. I posted this very dope thumbnail for the 240SX first start video without including the gnarly burnout in that video. My actions are inexcusable. I will not make this mistake again, and I will make this situation right as soon as we fix this piece of shit. And no, it's not the fun kind of broken, it's the annoying kind of broken. The passenger side exhaust manifold is essentially falling apart. Finally, I was able to source a replacement manifold on eBay Motors. The plan is really simple. We cut this one in the exact same spot that this one is cut, and then we move this onto that. Oh, hey Tim, you nicked it right there.
Nope, nailed it. So, junk. We need to not screw this one up. What is this one made of? That was cool. We need to make this flat. We need to make that flat. We need to clean them both up. And then we need to weld it without screwing it up too bad.
Why are you saying we?
We. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to make this flat. I need to make that flat.
Let's get on it, Tim.
And then we're going to weld them together.
Jeez, man.
You sure this wasn't designed for this chassis? This went in way too easy.
Oh, that looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, nailed the cut.
Roll with it.
Nailed the cut.
There goes nothing. All right, moment of truth. Fingers crossed, no exhaust leaks. That sounds way better than it did previously. It's so much better.
There's no manifold leak either. I was just looking at this. It's so much. They're not jumpy. They're even with each other for the most part.
Yeah, it looks like that really kind of got everything ironed out with it. It was really messing with it before with all that air coming in. Today's video sponsor, PDS Debt, has solutions that I know everyone watching this video could have used at one point or another. For some of you, or should I say us, that time is right now. Being in the car hobby, it's easy to get into debt, on top of all the other expenses you might have going on in your life. And if you're struggling to manage your debt, then PDS Debt will have solutions for you, with customized options for anyone struggling with credit card, personal loans, collections, or medical bills. Everyone with $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies, and there's no minimum credit score required. Whatever the reason might be for why you're in debt, it doesn't matter. Do the smart thing, stop waiting, and start saving. Get your free debt analysis at pdsdebt.com/scraplifegarage. It only takes 30 seconds. That's pdsdebt.com/scraplifegarage, pdsdebt.com/scraplifegarage. Now let's get to the dyno. Very fitting. You brought the big one.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
No? I don't feel it.
this is closed to this. Here, then here, right? And then we know that's ours.
We're like 3 off. Advanced or retarded? I don't know. Like 1 degree more and we're good.
He said about 1 more, I think is good. I think you're good.
You're good. Right there? Yeah. Hey! Already? He still gained with timing, but he gained less this time.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I think it's pretty much what she wants to be at.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good.
I was gonna say, I'm happy with that. That's
Like, this thing is pumping like over 600 to the crank right now. It's gonna be a riot. It's gonna be cool shit, guys.
Kids, don't try at home, please.
Worry for it. There it was. Yeah!
After having an enormous amount of fun at FuelTech tuning the car, we have to wrap up a few small details on it before we can start putting some miles on it. The biggest problem on our list is that this alternator is still not charging, but we think we have a solution. Hopefully you didn't mess this up, man.
Why?
Attempt numero dos.
Oh God. I hope the second time's a charm. This is more like the 7th or 8th time. Please, please, please.
Why doesn't it work?
With this external regulator, this shouldn't need to be plugged in. Everything in the instruction says it shouldn't need to, but I guess let's try it.
Charging. It's not supposed to be charging. Honest to God, it's not supposed to be charging right now with that plugged in. We can look at the instructions.
It's way too much now, though. It's doing the same thing it was before.
That's what I'm saying. It's not supposed to be plugged in. It's not.
Can you get in and like change the table for the pulse width modulations to nothing now?
Yeah.
Because now when you rev it, it's still giving it additional signal, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try that even though it's not supposed to operate like this.
So right now it's decreasing as you rev it, it decreases. So you're saying we're going to try setting this to 0 across the board?
So say if you put it at 0, let's see if it still charges. Maybe it just wants to see some sort of signal.
Yeah, that's just very odd to me.
No. Yeah, if this works, then we'll explain what we did. Oh, it's trying. Okay. No way!
Awesome.
alternating?
I'm the smartest man alive.
Alternator. This is the dumb part. These are the brains. We took the brains out of a self-regulating alternator.
Whose alternator is that?
That is my $3,000 single wire alternator.
Whoa!
I mean, it's still functional. Just put it back in the box, Tim. Let's put it back up,
Yeah,
please.
we'll make it look the same. It won't work the same.
Well, I'll still have to collect payment from Thought. We'll figure that part out later. I'll do like a 10% discount. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
So we made it self-regulate. Now it charges at 14.2, 14.4, indefinitely.
So now what we have is a Dodge Viper alternator that has a different brain in it that is only capable of producing that amount of voltage. It can't produce more like we were seeing earlier. Essentially, once the belt starts driving it, it sees some sort of RPM and it says, hey, I'm gonna make the same voltage from here on out. Seemingly the only thing holding us back from that massive smoky burnout that I promised you earlier in the video is making sure that we have a way to secure the hood. Now I think we're ready. But first, we have to make it to the track. Part of proving that this is more than just some wild YouTube swap vehicle is proving that it's functional. So, we're gonna drive it there. First test passed. Don't worry, I brought a fire extinguisher. Plus I got Fernando following me in his engine swap Nissan. What could go wrong? I don't know which side the fuel door is on. This thing should be pretty easy to slide. That was dirt and it was spinning. The steering wheel isn't straight at all, but the car's tracked straight. It actually drives like really nice. Dang, Fernando just hit me with the hazards. Can you believe that? This thing is doing pretty fantastic as far as cooling goes. That was definitely a big concern. And cruising on the highway here, it's at 170.4 right now. I don't think I've seen higher than like 177 the whole trip this far. The only stops we have to make on this trip are for the stupid camera mount. It's successful. Here we go. Capitol Raceway.
sideways to the car, one of the other tires just started spinning.
Hey, is that the right kind of smoke?
Pop the hood.
I guess it's that exhaust.
Yeah, it's probably that exhaust.
That was it. Yeah.
So it felt really weird when you would like, if you would try and throw it a different direction. So like if you were going one way and then you tried to go back the other way, it felt like really weird.
It's one wheel peeling its off.
Is it?
Yeah. What diff did you put in this?
Nothing.
Oh, the one that came with the car.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the one that came with the car.
Gotcha.
So massive oversight on my part. I haven't thought about the rear end in this car besides possibly grenading it here today in a long, long time. And I never thought about the fact that it wasn't an LSD, and we just figured out that it is indeed not. If it wasn't LSD, then I'd be sliding around like this. I did promise you guys a gnarly burnout though, and before we head back to the shop to weld up this diff, I suppose we can settle up on that deck.
How'd it drive?
We spent all that time worrying about the exhaust, getting it on the dyno, fixing the alternator. We never thought to check if it had a limited slip differential.
It doesn't, does it?
Unbelievable.
One wheel peels all day, huh?
One wheel peels all day.
Oh, God.
You know how to weld though, right?
Yeah, we can weld it up. We can. It's called a Lincoln locker.
A Lincoln locker.
Yes.
You know the term. You've done this before?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Alrighty, well, we might have done a little bit more damage to these tires than I had thought when we were over there, but they look like they still got some usable life left in them. Along those lines, too, it looks like that this differential might have got some heat going through it. We got some fluid expansion. Maybe it was just a little bit overfilled, but it looks like it was maybe coming out the vent tube. I guess we'll figure that out here in a minute. Moving further forward, a couple of the funny noises that we were hearing, I think maybe we just pinpointed. I guess that was rubbing on the e-brake cable.
Pretty chewed up there.
Oh yeah,
Which means that had to have pushed up with torque. Which means something had to have moved. And those look surprisingly okay. Those don't look okay at all.
that looks like that might have shifted around some.
I think that's a good bet. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, dude, they are completely shot.
Yeah.
The whole subframe is moving. Oh my goodness.
It's not what you want. I guess we're gonna do subframe bushings while we're in here. Yeah, I don't think these bushings are any good either.
It's pretty much just turned into an entire rear end overhaul, which I'm sure Tim is excited about.
I am. Yeah, that's a fact.
Got it.
Yeah.
Bushings aren't supposed to do that. Is that good? That's normal, right?
No, that's not.
It's normal for a 240.
We didn't buy the flex package.
Off-road 240.
Off-road 240.
Built-in flex.
Built-in flex, he says.
Nice.
Yikes. Not the best.
Something at the front. 240 life. Look at this. Oh. Okay, well.
That was loose. Look at that. We're gonna have to take the diff apart. Like so. And then that.
It's almost like you knew what you were doing.
Every once in a while, trying to look good for everybody else, you know? So we're gonna weld this up real nice and good like now.
Well, now we're just waiting on some bushings that are on order. In the next video, we'll see if this thing actually works.
Not elegant.
Are you ready yet?
No. Who's in charge of charging this battery?
You guys done?
I'm waiting on you.
Are you done?
I mean, I told you, Tim. I was like, flatten it out first.
Flatten it out.
Hey, I might have nailed that on the first take. Did you hear that, Fernando?
Drifting.